Okay guys, so in this video I will show you exactly how you can find trade opportunities like these with like 80% success rate. And as you can see, this trade opportunity happened like 4 or 5 minutes ago and I easily secured a win right here. For this video's sakes, I'm trading Ethereum, but this strategy will work with any stock or crypto, even Forex. It's a really easy yet effective strategy which uses 3 indicators. So let's go ahead and add these indicators to your trade view. To do that, go to indicators. The first indicator is EMA. Just type in EMA and select moving average exponential. Once you've done that, go here, click on the settings wheel, and length set it to 50. So we want 50 EMA as the first indicator. The second indicator is called Supertrend. Go to indicators, type in Supertrend, and just add that indicator and leave it default settings. And what Supertrend does, it basically helps you visualize the trend as it's happening in real time. And this comes in handy especially if you're a beginner, because as I said, it easily helps you spot trends and actually spot when trend direction changes. The third indicator that we're going to use for this strategy is Stochastic RSI. To do that, go to indicators, type in this, and Stochastic RSI, okay? Type that, and now you will have this indicator right over here, which is basically simplified RSI with some extra features. Now let's go over the actual strategy that we're going to use to easily secure 10 to 15% gains per trade. Okay guys, so the strategy is as follows. First, we need to find good opportunities trend-wise, and to help us with that, we're going to use EMA combined with the Supertrend indicator. So for example, here you can see that Supertrend is green, which indicates that the chart is in an uptrend, and EMA actually confirms that because chart is above the 50 EMA. So these two indicators have now confirmed that we are actually in a downtrend. So this uptrend is quite obvious, right? But oftentimes it's not as obvious, and you really need to pay attention to these two indicators, the EMA and Supertrend. Okay, now that we have actually spotted the trend, which is confirmed by both 50 EMA and Supertrend, we can actually start looking for trade entries, and to do that we are going to actually use Stochastic RSI, the third indicator that we use to our trading view. Now what we're looking for in regards to trade entries is if we are in an uptrend like we are currently here, we're actually looking for the RSI chart to dip below the 20 line like this, make a turn and start coming back up, and once it actually breaches the 20 line again, we can enter our trade. So let's see how this trade could have played out in real time. Let's select the long position and enter just as it's breaching here. Stop loss is 0.30%. Take profit at 0.35%, and with 50x leverage, which I am using for this strategy, that is 10 to 20% gains per trade. And as you can see, if we were to follow this strategy precisely, we could have easily secured our 0.30% win, and if we were to actually adjust our stop loss and take profit, we could have secured even more. So let's go look for another example. Still in an uptrend in this region, and as you can see, the RSI has dipped and it is moving back up. So let's open trade right as it's breaching the 20-point line right here. So as you can see, if we were to follow the strategy precisely, we could have hit or take profit right here. But if that didn't happen, we would have been stopped out right here by this huge candle wick right over here. And as any strategy, this is not 100% win strategy. There is no such thing. There will be some losses for you, but as long as you follow the strategy to the T, you should be winning more than you are losing. Just as with any other strategy. So next trade opportunity would have been right over here. And as you can see, I don't even need to draw anything on the chart. That would have been a huge win. Now you can see that the trend is kind of switching to a small downtrend right here. And yes, this strategy also works in a downtrend. And what you need to do is just reverse the logic. What that means is that now we're looking for shorting opportunities where the stock RSI is moving above the 80-point line and it's coming back down like this. So for example, if we were to enter the trade right over, just as the stock RSI is breaching back down, let's open a fake short position here, 0.33. and stop is at 0.33% as well. And you can see that we could easily have secured a win right here, and if we were to adjust the stop loss and take profit, we could have secured even a bigger win. Let's go for another short example. Here's a more bigger and more defined downtrend, so let's go ahead and look for an opportunity. And as you can see here, the stock RSI breaches 80-point line and makes a return, breaching it again, and once it does, we're looking for an entry, which could be right over here in this region. So let's open a fake trade again just to see what would happen. And as you can see, that is an easy win just 3 minutes later. Actually, let's adjust it to 0.33 like we did before, and still it's an easy win for us. So now you probably have pretty good grasp on how this strategy actually works. But the question is, does this actually work real time? Because when it comes to me, I watched tons of videos on YouTube where these guys backtest the strategy just like I did just now, but when I try them in real time, they don't actually work. And that is because these indicators, Stoch RSI, Supertrend, and pretty much every indicator, they are lagging a bit, they are not real time, and that is the real issue with most strategy trading. It only works when you backtest it. So now, let's see if the strategy actually works in real. And now we will wait for the chart to progress, and then we will look for trade entry. So let's do that. So now as you can see, we are slowly approaching the point at which I would typically look for a trade entry. All we have to do now is wait for the RSI to make an arc and start going back down, and that's where we enter trade. And sometimes you will have situations like this which don't follow the strategy 100%, and at that point you will have to use your intuition just like I did now. And the more you do this, the better your intuition will be, but at the start I do recommend that you follow this strategy to the T. This was lower quality trade that I would usually take because the RSI didn't fully make this arc, like for example it did here and here, so this trade could fail. Since I'm recording the video, I still wanted to take it for the sole reason that I don't want to sit on my computer all day to wait for the best opportunities. And while we wait for this trade to play out, we can actually test these opportunities that happen right here. Right over here, the strategy indicated that this is a prime longing opportunity. So let's place a fake trade just as the stock RSI is climbing back up. So right over here. So right over here would be a long position, and as you can see again, that would have been a successful trade, right? Right here is prime indication of long entry right over here. The chart is slowly going back up. The stock RSI chart has breached the 20-point line, so we can enter a long position right over here. And as you can see, another win would have been easy if you were to follow the strategy. So let's go back again to real time and see if it actually plays out like I hope it will. We're certainly getting close to our take profits right here. What I would do in real time is probably I would move my take profit a bit closer just because it's lower quality trade, so my percentage that I want to make from this trade would also be lower. Okay, so this trade turned out to be a winning trade after all. It was a lower quality trade that I would usually take, but it still won in the end. Even though I wasn't 100% following the strategy, I was using my intuition more this time around. So let's wait for another entry signal. Now what we're looking for is for the stock RSI to go back up, make an arc, start going back down. And yes, while you could potentially make a long entry right here, both the EMA and the Supertrend are indicating that we are starting to go in a downtrend, and obviously you don't want to long when you're in downtrend. Okay, so it looks like the trend is actually reversing at this point. It is too soon to tell, but guys, I have to go take care of my daughter, so please excuse me. And thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for more trading strategy videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Oh, and good luck with your trading. Make sure you stick to the strategy to the T and don't improvise if you're a beginner.